Udo Kier has died. The legendary German actor passed away on Sunday morning, November 23, 2025, at the age of 81. His partner, Delbert McBride, confirmed that Kier died peacefully, leaving behind one of the most distinct and unforgettable careers in film, television, and even video games. His passing feels sudden to many, especially to those who had recently spoken with him, exchanging messages full of energy and plans for the year ahead. A life that almost ended at birth. Udo Kier was born Udo Kier on October 14, 1944, in Cologne, Germany, during the final months of World War II. His life began in chaos. Only hours after his birth, the hospital he was in was hit by Allied bombing. Udo and his mother, Thekla, had to be pulled from the rubble. He never met his father, and in many ways, this dramatic opening chapter shaped his sense of survival, mystery, and drama, all qualities that quietly followed him into his acting. Growing up in post-war Germany, Kier's striking look, especially his piercing blue eyes, made him stand out early. As a teenager, he modeled before deciding to move to London at age 18 to learn English and explore life outside Germany. In a story that feels almost cinematic, he was discovered while sitting in a coffee bar by filmmaker Michael Sarn, who cast him in Road to St. Tropez in 1966. Kier later joked, "I liked the attention, so I became an actor." He never chased roles. They found him, and that pattern continued for the next 6 decades. Rise to cult cinema stardom. His first major international explosion came through the Andy Warhol and Paul Morrissey circle. Audiences quickly realized that Udo Kier was not a typical actor. He was something else entirely. In Flesh for Frankenstein, 1973, and Blood for Dracula, 1974, he delivered bold, strange, fearless performances. He even lost 10 pounds in 1 week preparing for Dracula, arriving on set so weak that he filmed early scenes in a wheelchair. These early performances cemented him as a cult icon. His ability to blend elegance with madness, often in the same sentence, made him unforgettable. Not all his early projects went smoothly. His serious Russian-shot drama Love is a River was recut into a bizarre exploitation film titled Spermula, 1976, which might have derailed a less resilient actor. But Kier kept going, joining forces with directors who understood how to use his unique presence. During the late 70s and early 80s, he worked with legendary German filmmaker Rainer Werner Fassbinder, appearing in films like The Third Generation and Lola. The two had been friends since Kier's youth, even briefly living together. Kier later shared difficult memories of that time, describing Fassbinder's destructive lifestyle and the pain of leaving shortly before the director's death. Crossing into Hollywood and global cinema. By the 1990s, Kier broke into American cinema in a major way. Many U.S. viewers first encountered him in My Own Private Idaho, 1991, starring River Phoenix and Keanu Reeves. The film brought him into the spotlight of a new generation of artists and fans. From there, his appearances became wonderfully unpredictable. He was an eccentric billionaire in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, 1994. He appeared in Madonna's provocative book Sex and her deeper and deeper music video. He was unwigged by Pamela Anderson in Barbed Wire, 1996. He played a NASA psychologist in Armageddon, 1998. He continued collaborating with visionary Danish filmmaker Lars von Trier, appearing in Europa, Medea, Melancholia, and even portraying a surreal giant baby in the long-running series The Kingdom. Kier's career never slowed down. He didn't fit into Hollywood's usual boxes, and that became his strength. A modern icon, film, TV, and video games. Throughout the 2000s and 2010s, Kier remained in demand globally. He appeared in Werner Herzog's films, Guy Maddin's Dreamlike Keyhole, Dario Argento's Mother of Tears, the harrowing World War II drama The Painted Bird, 2019, where he delivered one of his most chilling performances. He also embraced voice acting and became beloved for voicing Professor Pericles in Scooby-Doo. Mystery Incorporated, a role fans still celebrate today. In 2021, he earned an Independent Spirit Award nomination for Swan Song, playing a retired hairdresser in a heartfelt and deeply human story. Proof that Kier could do much more than horror and chaos. He continued working steadily, even returning to play Hitler in the series Hunters, 2023, and acting in Brazilian filmmaker Kleber Mendonça Filho's acclaimed films. But Udo Kier also made his mark somewhere unexpected, video games. He played Yuri in Command & Conquer, Red Alert 2, Yuri again in Yuri's Revenge. Dr. Peter Straub in Call of Duty, World War II. Eric in Martha is Dead. And he was still voicing characters for Hideo Kojima's upcoming horror game Odi at the time of his death. A project many fans hoped would introduce Kier to an entirely new generation. Personal life and character. Since the early 1990s, Udo Kier lived in the Palm Springs area. He was known among locals as a charismatic party host during the film festival season. Warm, humorous, sometimes mischievous, but always unforgettable. He never married and had no publicly known children, but he was surrounded by deep friendships. He served as the godfather to Lars von Trier's daughter, and he nurtured strong connections across decades of filmmaking communities. He once said, "I'm an aesthetic person who loves beauty." He described visiting Notre Dame de France in London, lighting candles for his friends, one for the dead, one for the living, before going out into the world in a good mood, ready to play the Antichrist. Only Udo Kier could say something like that with sincerity and charm. In the months before his death, Kier remained creatively active. He met Hideo Kojima in Milan in September, discussing their plans for the Odi shoot scheduled for the following year. According to Kojima, Kier was full of energy, laughing, excited. In other words, very much himself. When news of his passing broke, Kojima wrote a heartfelt tribute. "I'm at a loss for words. Udo wasn't just an actor. He was truly an icon. There will never be another like him." There were no public final words from Kier, only the lasting impression of a man who worked until the end, always curious, always bold. Udo Kier leaves behind over 200 film and television credits, countless video game appearances, and a legacy defined by fearlessness, eccentricity, and originality. Few actors ever managed to be as strange, stylish, touching, and terrifying, sometimes all in a single role. He was a one-of-a-kind artist, a true icon. May he rest in peace. Thank you for watching this tribute to the legendary Udo Kier. If you found this video meaningful, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss our future stories.